Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way in. I got some news that I would like to cover. Colin Powell, at age 84, passed away hours ago because of Covert 19 complications. And I really wanted to cover this story for numerous reasons. I've met the war general, the military leader, the man himself, Colin Powell, back in elementary school over there in Avalon Elementary. Colin Powell, he came through and he spent some time with all the children. He was very hands-on. I can remember meeting Colin Powell, and he had a lasting impression on me. Some people, when you get around them, they have a presence about them. And it's interesting that this happened the way it happened, and I really want to break down what I see in regards to his death. But, you know, first and foremost, I want to educate some of you younger brothers and sisters who may not know who Colin Powell is. Colin Powell was a general. Colin Powell was a war veteran. Colin Powell, he was not only chairman of the board, he was also the first African-American Secretary of the State. And I'm talking about this man was in the midst of the war. You got to understand, Colin Powell, not only did he step on a landmine and was put out of commission for a while, in his second tour in Korea, the man survived a helicopter crash. So regardless of how your political beliefs are, far as the military, the man was a soldier. The man went through it. And he had a reputation that preceded himself. And it is what it is. But let's just make this clear. It's very unfortunate this man passed away from the quote-unquote Covert 19. And I'm putting quotations on that, ladies and gentlemen, because according to MSNBC News, the man was fully injected. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Colin Powell was fully injected. Yeah, he got all three of them things. He got all three of them. That's according to the news in MSNBC. His family, they even gave thanks to the doctors who gave him the you know what, you know. And I'm just like sitting here thinking about the fact that this legend, this big piece of American history, we talking about a man that was raised in Harlem, New York. His family were Jamaican immigrants. We talking about a man that started from nothing. His family was Jamaican immigrants, and he started from the bottom, which goes to show you that Jamaican bloodline, they got a lot of warrior DNA. They got a lot of fight in their bloodline. We're talking about, if you study the Maroons, if you study those people, then you know what the Jamaicans all about. This man made it all the way to Secretary of the State. It's argued that George W. Bush wouldn't even have been in the office if he didn't have Colin Powell with him. That's how much of a reputation this man had. You know what I'm saying? He was respected worldwide. You understand? He was respected worldwide. Other countries love Colin Powell. That's why, you know, and let's make this clear. Colin Powell could have been the president way before Barack Obama. Way before. He just said he didn't have the stomach for it. He didn't want to do it. But he could have very easily been the president, the first quote-unquote African-American president. And you mean to tell me the Covert 19, which sounds like a military operation in itself, the Covert 19, that's what took him out? Doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't seem right to me. A man who got fully injected, ladies and gentlemen, he got every last one of those injections. When is our country gonna come out and say, hey, you know what? We made a mistake on this fast-tracked injection. We made a huge mistake. In fact, one of our most prominent figures in American history was taken out, and he was fully injected. That is madness right there. People say, yeah, they lying about what killed him. I absolutely agree. Yup. Somebody said he died for that pointy thing. Agreed. That was Ringo that said that. Salute to brother Ringo. And you're right, man. Like, he got all three of them. Now, what does that tell the American people? What does that tell the American people that somebody who should be held so high in regards died and got fully injected? He followed all the protocols, all the procedures. Like, if that's not shaking the people up and making people wake up to understand what this is really about, I don't know what will. And the fact that they don't have no respect for our elders. They don't have no respect for our elders, because you would think that the news would really be diving in. And you know, on the news right now, it's mostly left-wing liberal nonsense and jargon. You would think the news would be like, hold on, we have an issue. We have an issue. Colin Powell, the first Secretary of State, the first African-American Secretary of State, pardon me, a war general, a war hero, a person that was highly respected. He was fully injected and died. You would think the news would be tearing this apart. You would think the news would be tearing these jabs limb from limb, ladies and gentlemen, but they're not. They're still pushing it on the people. God of Blackness, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, never gonna happen, my G. No apologies. That's a fact, though. Somebody said, my mom's in a hospital. My mom's in a hospital right now. Man, we're gonna pray for your moms, man. Put y'all prayers out for her moms. Somebody said he was a sacrifice for telling the truth. I mean, I don't know. This is new to me. Like I said, man, when I met Colin Powell, when he came to our elementary school, it left a long-lasting impression. It's like when you're a child and you know you're in front of a powerful man, regardless of, you know, if he may have been in Freemasonry or if he took some type of oath. I don't know. I didn't know that as a child. My innocent mind was persuaded by Colin Powell and his presence and the way he was hands-on and the respect that he brought into a room. You know what I'm saying? He was respected, bro. And then when I did my research on his background to see where he came from, that he came from nothing. He came from Harlem, New York, a poor family. They were immigrants. The man survived helicopter crashes. He survived landmines. He was like everybody who was around Colin Powell can tell you, in a room full of great men, he was greater. And I respect warriors. Now, I'm all for respecting warriors and soldiers and those who put in the work and the time. Although, listen, I tell anybody in this day and age, you shouldn't be joining that military. You fighting a war that's not yours. I tell anybody that. You know what I'm saying? That's not for you. I've actually had people offer me sums of money. Literally, I've had emails of people offering me money to get on my platform and advertise joining the military, just because they see me with former police officers and they see me with brothers among the community, and the fact that I come from a background of working for the firearm industry. They literally, I've had agencies contact me and try to get me and pay me a large sum of money for me to get on my platform and tell people to go to the military, and I politely decline, because I don't believe that that's a war that you should be fighting. That's just my personal opinion on it. You could do what you want, but I'm not going to advertise that. But I still respect soldiers. I respect anybody who went out there and went through that warfare for us to have some similitude of freedom, for us to have some similitude of civil liberties, because I damn sure ain't going over there and getting my limbs off. I didn't see people come back over from fighting wars who were paraplegics, people who ended up drug addicts, people who went through it. So it is what it is, man. I'm not with that. You know, Colin Powell started off in the ROTC. He went to Alabama, joined the ROTC, had to deal with all the racism in Alabama. He overcame all of that. He overcame all of that and made something of himself. Could have been the president, bro. Could have been the president. And you mean to tell me, after he gets fully injected, this damn devil of a sickness takes him out after getting fully covered? So what is the point? So look, all you brothers and sisters who think in order to keep a job that you should march down and render your vessel and just do what you gotta do, you ain't listen. Listen, when God says it's your time, when the Most High God says it's your time, regardless of what type of preventative measures you think you putting in place. That's what you should learn from that and rely on the Heavenly Father. And I understand the man was 84 years old. People pass on. Don't get it twisted. People pass away. But the point of it is this. After being fully injected, ladies and gentlemen, the man still passes away from the same thing that you're supposed to be protecting yourself from. Somebody said he knew what the blank was. He was part of the elite establishment that he helped bring into the NWO. I don't know. I don't know, bro. All I know is it's unfortunate that you're still gonna have ignorant people who willingly sell their soul to the devil, sell their soul to Satan, all to be subservient to these people, all to be slaves to the system. That's the sad part. The sad part is this happened and nobody is gonna lift up a red flag and say, hold on now. If they would do this, if they would allow this to happen, let's use that. If they would allow this to happen to a military leader, a war veteran, a highly revered member of society, somebody who actually put in the work, somebody who actually fought for our civil liberties and country, then guess what, damn it? They damn sure don't care about you keeping your little nurse job. They don't care about what's going to happen to you keeping your little nurse job because you decided to make that decision. They don't care what's going to happen to you if things go wrong. They damn sure don't care what's going to happen to you if you're trying to keep that damn warehouse job and you know, you worried about losing a damn gig, but you don't know what's going to happen. They damn sure don't care about you. If they don't care about Colin Powell, who fought for this country, fought for freedoms. We're talking about a 4-star general. We're talking about a 4-star general, y'all. Back in school, when I met Colin Powell, it had a lasting impression. A lasting impression. Because I'm like, wow, I'm seeing this brother come in with a suit on, hands on with the children. He got Secret Service agents around him. Talking about, this is the first time I seen a black male with Secret Service agents around him, bro. Think about that. You know what? Look, he came in there like 007, bro. He had agents around him. And they was watching his back. They was on speakers. Hey, he's in the building. And then when he came in, he was cooling. Talking to all the kids. I mean, that was just dope to me. That was dope that he came to our school like that. Somebody said he knew too much. Hey, that might be the case. Somebody said the world is a stage. I don't put nothing past these damn devils. And then when you look at what this is doing to the country, imagine how all the other countries are looking at our country right now. Put this into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. A known war general with loads of information and knowledge and tactics. The man had a very tactical mentality when it came to warfare. Imagine how other countries are looking when they see somebody held at such high esteem in the military. Because even though he's a veteran, the military ain't out of him. He still better believe he's still giving advice. He was still giving advice. Even when he retired. His advice was highly respected. Just like when Kobe got off the court, Kobe was still giving advice to the Lakers. Kobe still had an impression on the likes of Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, and a host of other ball players. That's the same thing that it was with Colin Powell and our military operations. Imagine how other countries seeing that he died from something that America should have been able to protect him from. He should have had the best paid doctors. He should have had he should have had everything needed to make sure this man's life was saved. He should have had it all. But he was fully, now our CDC passed this. Our CDC passed this thing. And he was fully injected. And still a war veteran, a respected member, dies from the very same thing that our American scientists, our leaders of the medical pharmaceutical industry should have been able to deal with that. So how do you think they're looking at us? How do you think every other country is looking at America right now? That America's let this happen to their war veteran. It was a sign that this country is gone. And they're trying to strip the life out of it. Man, they breaking this place down. See, y'all don't understand what reputation means. You don't understand what Colin Powell actually symbolized. He symbolized something. For them to let him die like that, and I say let him die, because due to the irresponsibility of, I would say, the pharmaceutical industry, and that's my opinion, he's no longer here. Something that's fast-tracked. Something that had little to no testing. Something that typically takes 5 to 10 years to create was fast-tracked and pushed in months under the Trump administration. And it didn't save his life. So it's crazy. It's madness. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we got to make the right decisions out here, straight up. Somebody said we got to protect Newbury. A lot of people are afraid to speak up on these type of topics. Thank you, bro. And y'all can start off by hitting the thumbs up and letting this spread, because a lot of individuals don't know their history, and we need people to know what's going on. Colin Powell being a quote-unquote black male and doing what he did, all the accolades that he received, that's a big deal for him to just be taken out like that. Him being a black male. Nothing is rolled out on mainstream media without an agenda. That signified he signified black masculinity. He signified greatness. And for him to die because of the covert 19, that shows what they want for all of us. That shows what they want for all of us. Get it through your head. These people ain't playing no games with us. These people, they want us out of here. Finito. Finished. This is a real warfare we going through. It ain't no joke about that. Yep. Somebody said protesting here at the Capitol in California. Wow. Somebody said Charles Drew, a black doctor, created black blood transfusions. He was sick and needed, but because he was black, he didn't get it. Wow. Yeah, that shows you the lack of compassion. Somebody really put covert question mark. If you don't know if you can't read in between the lines, then damn. But it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna rant and rave about this too long. You know what? At the end of the day, protect your bodies, man. Protect yourself. Make decisions that that you can live with, because I understand, I guarantee you there's a lot of people who've made a decision that they can't even live with right now. There's a lot of people dealing with the regret. And rest in peace to Colin Powell. It's unfortunate that his family lost him. You know, I pray that people do their research and understand how much our people have participated in American history. I want you to understand how much our people participated in American history, because right there, that's a blow. That's a blow to morale when it comes to this country. Regardless to whatever oaths he take, I'm looking at what he represented and what he symbolized. But it is what it is. Y'all stay safe out here, man. More content coming very soon. If you want exclusive content, the link is in the Patreon. Also, feel free to support this work via Cash App. 10% of all contributions go back to the people. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Make sure you share this video everywhere so we can let the people know what's going on out here. Keep your heads up. Stay strong. Shalom and peace.